Hi, folks. Michael Rubenfeld back again because I want to continue to talk about what's been happening here in Poland in relationship to the death of aid worker Damian Sobel. I posted a video yesterday about my response to what Yakov Livne said about Polish people. And yeah, it got a lot of attention, for me, anyways. A lot of comments, a lot of people responding to me, or a lot of people responding to Livne themselves in terms of what he said. One person told me about what he said on Channel Zero when people asked if he likes anything about Poland, or if he had to say something about good or positive about Poland, what would it be? And he talked about the fact that there have been Polish Jewish Nobel Prize winners. That was what he had to say that was positive about Poland. And and then some other people have very kindly said I should be the Israeli ambassador to Poland. Of course, I'm not Israeli, so I would have to be the Canadian ambassador to Poland. But that would make no sense. So some people have suggested I should just be the Jewish ambassador to Poland. And in a way, I feel kind of like I am already. It's part of the reason that I feel like I even moved here to Poland, because there's just such negativity that comes from Jewish people in relationship to Poland. A negativity that I intrinsically understand, but after moving to Poland, spending the time here that I have, I also intrinsically now understand why that negativity is rooted in a lot of false narrative. So that's a bit of a mouthful, but I bring it up because I want to do something today which I never thought would happen, which is I want to agree with Yaroslav Kaczynski in that I, like Kaczynski, believe that Yakov Livne, the current Israeli ambassador to Poland, should be replaced. I say this because, and I'm going to not use the kind of aggressive language that Polish politicians, certain Polish politicians, like to use. But basically, Livne has shown his hand. He's shown the cards. He's laid them out onto the table. It's clear that he doesn't respect Polish people. It's clear that he doesn't respect Poland. He probably got this assignment and thought, shit, Poland. I got the Poland gig. Nobody wants the Poland gig, but I got it. And on top of it all, he's Russian. And, just because he's Russian doesn't mean he's got a particular perspective about Poland. But, certainly Polish people have a particular perspective about Russians because of what they did. So maybe don't put the Russian Jew in the Polish ambassador position. It's just maybe just imagine that there's possible tension that could create it. Put the guy with Polish roots, not Russian roots. So the problem that we are facing with now with Livne is that we have somebody in this position as Israeli ambassador that we all now know doesn't respect Poland or Polish people, and this is a huge problem, and it's a huge problem for not just the Polish people who now hate him, but it's a big problem for me and for the Jewish community here. I've talked to other Jews. There's a lot of Polish Jews who are really upset about what Livne did, because there are a lot of Jews who do respect Polish people. There are Polish Jewish people, people who were raised in Poland as Jews, currently, who love their country, who are patriotic, who have been insulted by the ambassador from Israel. So, we as Jewish people understand that there is a difference between being a Jew living in Israel versus a Jew living outside of Israel. There's also differences between being a Jew living in Israel who supports their government versus Jews who don't support the government. But and of course, Polish people can understand that too. A lot of people, just because you're Polish doesn't mean you supported Kaczynski or you don't support Tusk necessarily. But when it comes to Israel, because it's the Jewish state, people make these kind of assumptions that all the Jews are thusly connected to Israel and thusly connected to the government and the ambassador to Poland, which really, as a Jewish person, I understand that that's definitely not the case. And of course, there are a lot of people watching this that too understand that. There are a lot of critical thinking people who can make those differentiations. What's going to now happen with the Polish majority is they're going to like Jews, a little bit less, because the Jewish guy doesn't respect Polish people. I'm being reductive. I'm being really general. I'm speaking in a very basic way, and of course you might be watching and be able to sort of be critically engaged with what I'm trying to talk about. But the fact is that already I can feel this tension towards Jews having grown. Yesterday there was some graffiti, anti-Semitic graffiti on a synagogue in Krakow and cemetery. So it's starting. As long as Livne remains the ambassador, the Israeli ambassador in Poland, people are going to continue to dislike him because it's too late. He came out and apparently apologized for the death of Sobol, which is good, but he didn't apologize for the things that he said about Polish people, and he probably won't. And even if he does, I think people won't believe him at this point. I don't think I would believe him. I think that the government thought, oh shit, okay, we better apologize to Poland, because the government has opened up a case, a murder case, which good for them. Good for them. They've basically forced the Israeli government into an apology. But in this kind of political game, they're not going to care about whether or not Livne insulted Polish people. It's only Polish people who are going to care about whether he insulted Polish people, and Netanyahu doesn't care about insulted Polish people. Clearly, but I do, and the problem is that Livne, for a lot of Polish people, is going to be the representative of the Jews en masse. And even though he's not, he's got a much more powerful voice than, say, somebody like me. But I want to say, with whatever voice that I have, that I believe Livne should be replaced. He should be replaced with somebody who respects Poland. Because the reality is that a lot of Jews not only respect Poland, they love Poland. There are Polish Jews who love Poland. There are people like me who loves Poland, who sees the value and importance of the reconciliation between Jews and non-Jewish Polish people. I am here because I believe that the future of the Jewish people can be brighter with a positive, loving relationship with Poland and Polish people. The tension, the aggression, the fighting, the dislike, the anti-Semitism, the anti-Polonism is not good for anyone. It's not good for anyone. Love is the key. Love is the answer. And I don't mean love like, oh, I love you, even though, I do. I mean acts of love, acts of generosity, acts of goodness towards each other. You know that's true. It always feels better to be treated well and to treat others badly. It doesn't feel good to hate. But now we all hate Yakov Livne, and that's going to get us nowhere. And so I think he should be replaced. I think he's not good for Poland. He's not good for Israel. He's not good for the Jews. If anyone's listening to this that can somehow put this in the hands of the Israeli government, please do. My name is Michael Rubenfeld. I'm a Jew from Canada. I'm not an Israeli citizen, but I am a Polish citizen. I am a Jew. I'm proud of being a Polish Jew. And I ask you to please remove Yakov Livne from the position of the Israeli ambassador and replace him with somebody who loves this country as I do. Thank you. I love you. Please subscribe, follow for more content like this. And if you'd like to support me in making more content like this, I do have a Patreon now, and you are invited to become a member. A few people have already signed up, and I appreciate it because it allows me to continue to put time into what is becoming a kind of a full-time job making content, which I love, but it takes a lot of my life, and I'd like to continue to do it. So please consider supporting. Thanks a lot. Love you. Bye.